You guys, it's going to be December. Well, by the time I put this up, it's December, I think. And for this time of year, it can be a lot for many, many people. You are shopping, you are cooking, you're going to parties, you're preparing for your own parties, you might be traveling, and you have it all. So the house has got to be clean just in case someone stops by. It's been known to happen. I don't know about you, but it's rare that I go out without anything on my face because I feel like I need stuff. Yesterday, I sat down and put together a look that accomplished, you have really beautiful skin, doesn't look makeup-y. I'm not concerned about who I might run into because I feel like I'm looking good, and I think that's something that many of us need this time of year, so I'm going to try to recreate it. Professional makeup artists, when they're doing a no makeup look, it actually takes a lot more time than doing a makeup look because it's all about blending and being judicious and knowing what not to do, what you can get away with not doing, and what you need to do. And it's different for everybody. For me, it's my skin tone. A lot of redness. Now right now, I put it back in the bathroom. I'm wearing the In Beauty Project sunscreen, which has a teeny bit of coverage and leaves a glowy finish. It's one of the two sunscreens that I got this year that are new releases that I'm deeply, deeply in love with. Now for many people, this could be enough. You could be ready to go out. For me, not so much. I've got the under eye situation. I need to do a little bit more. I'm not going to time this, but I'm guessing it's less than 10 minutes. I was just goofing off yesterday. Let me try this, let me try that. So this Charlotte Tilbury, and nothing new, by the way. This Charlotte Tilbury stick came out last year, and not a ton of coverage, a little bit, and a little bit of sheen. And I already have some sheen, but this will give me some coverage. I'm not going to swipe it on the face. Instead, I'm going to pick it up with a brush. So I'm not looking for coverage so much as evening out my skin tone. And I'm most red right here. And this happens to be a good shade for me. And a good shade is everything. If you have a good shade, it's not going to look like makeup, or you have a better chance of something not looking like makeup. And the sunscreen I've had on for about 10 minutes. You should let your sunscreen set up for a while first, or certainly this one, and I'm just going to keep on going. See how it just kind of evens everything up right in my cheeks? I did do some machinery this morning, and I did my zip, and that can bring up redness. But honestly, if I'm not red in the morning, I am after I wash my face. Just that friction will make everything red. And if I'm not red after I wash my face, when I put my products on, I do get red. This subtle, subtle difference. And because this shade is so nice for me, I don't have to worry about getting it all over the face because it's a different color than what's going on. So I haven't even done the forehead. For this, I'll just do a little stroke to get rid of this redness, which is kind of like vascularity. It's my blood running through the system. And I'll do a little bit on my forehead just so everything is even. And I'm just kind of stamping and then swiping. And that's kind of going to be it. Really, really easy. Again, not a huge amount of coverage. And this is just a swipe. If you blend this in, it's just a little something, you know? But now the redness is a little dissipated on my hand. Really, really looks pretty. Now, a little concealer is necessary. It's necessary, and my trick is to use this. This is my DRMTLGY Advanced Eye Cream, and their sale is still going on, I think. I'm posting this on Monday. I think it's still going on. I can't say enough about this. It is fantastic. It is lightweight. It has vitamin K, so it helps to fight darkness, and it helps puffiness too. I'm using this because my concealer is full coverage. I'm doing the Ritual Defeat because I think the color might be okay. It's a little bit of light. I might mix something else in there too. whatever I'm doing, it's going to be full coverage, and I don't want full coverage under my eyes when I have light coverage on my face, because it just screams. Yeah, I'm going to add a little bit of my Givenchy Prism Libre and then do a mix of all three on the hand and hope that they are happy together. And I'm just going to tap, 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 and then I'll go in with the brush and definitely get inner corner. There's darkness there. And just kind of work that out. So that's my little trick that I do quite a bit when I'm doing a very light foundation, meaning light coverage. When I did this look yesterday, I didn't mix it with my moisturizer, and it was a lot. I had to get a beauty blender wet and really pounce down to make it look a lot better, so it's not as mask-like. But okay, we're getting there. Now, I personally need to do brows. You do what's important to you, and I think that's something that's very important about doing a natural makeup look, a no makeup look, and a fast makeup look. You know what you need to look finished and put together, and you kind of have to prioritize. For me, brows. I can kind of go without anything on the lid. I mean, it's not ideal, but because my lids are so hooded, they do take a lot of work to get it just right. And the whole idea is we're in a hurry right now, ladies. I'm going to just go back and forth lightly with this, so any gray or blonde hairs will pick up the pigment. And it really helps to balance your face out, or my face out, to have my brows done. I think the skin is looking really lovely, but a little more shiny than it did yesterday. I used a little more sunscreen today because it's not as cloudy, so I'm going to do a teeny bit of powder, or if you want, I think I'm going to do this Ray Morris because, well, why not? This is, it may or may not be in stock. It's out of stock a lot. You can get it at Beautylish, and this is a powder, but it's silicone. It's just silicone that you can help to get rid of shine where you don't want it without the dryness. Look at that. See that difference of powder? And this time of year, I think a lot of us are feeling more and more dry, and this might be the product that you're looking for. I always recommend this for the Beautylish sale, but it's usually not in stock. So again, Ray Morris, nothing new, a fantastic product. I always use it with a puff, and now I'm not as shiny, but I left the sheen over here. And I don't need to powder. I do feel like I need a little something with the eyes, and you know, I cannot find this pencil called, I think it's called Verushka, but they probably changed the name from Charlotte Tilbury. I was looking for it yesterday because I felt I needed something like that. A gray pencil works so well with so many eye colors. I don't want something black. I don't want something really, really dark. So I'm going to go for a brown, and I think I have a couple of browns. So this one's from Swede. This one is from Hindash, and the Hindash has some redness to it. And I think I want to do something a little more ashy because it's closer to gray. So this I didn't do yesterday. And I'm using the side instead of the tip because I don't want something super sharp. I just want a little bit of a haze. So I've hazed it out by dotting, and now I'm just going to go again a little more sharp and use the tip. And I like the Hourglass for waterline. but we're going to do not really a waterline, but get into the lashes. There. Next eye. Now, the added benefit of doing something like this is because I'm so hooded, it's going to transfer up here and show me exactly where I need to do a little bit of eyeshadow. In the meantime, let's do a little lip because I'm dying for it. I got this sample of the YSL Love Shine Cotton Candy Glow. Looks like this. I didn't even realize I had this, and I'm using the pink color. So I'm using this color right here, and I'll put in the description box what it's called. I'm just grabbing some with my thumbnail. A little balm on the lips that has a little color goes a long way, but doesn't look like makeup. Now, if we're going for a no makeup look, I think this is very close to it. I'm not wearing any mascara, I'm not wearing anything really but foundation and a little bit of lip. And I feel that my skin looks very pretty and very natural, and that someone would probably say, I'm wearing a little something on the lip, but it's not opaque, and that I have very pretty skin. That's what I'm going for. But if you want to do a little bit more, for me, it's got to be the eyes. I'm just taking this Patrick Ta. Most of you have a bunch of palettes that are neutral, and neutral palettes come in handy. I just went into a color that's going to be too dark for what I want, so I'm going to mix it with this, and maybe even some of this, and get it all on this brush, and hope that I can just give myself a little bit of a hood. Do you see how this transferred up? So that liner transferred up, and it's really kind of telling me where I want to go. And this will also stop it from continuing to transfer. And open the eyes to check, and I want to go a little bit higher, so I'm touching that bone. Great. The good thing about being hooded, right? I'm sure if you're watching and you're not hooded, you're thinking, oh, I wish I was. Said no one ever at any time. I'm not going to pull it out. And just pat it to make sure it doesn't look too makeup-y. Oh, this brush from Refer is one of my favorites. It's the 35, and I feel like whenever I've gone too far, I can go in with the 35, and it's kind of like an eraser. Right. You guys, that's it. I think that is probably under 10 minutes, and I feel like I look put together. I don't feel like I need a little blush because I have pinkness already, but I see that shine coming through again, which is a little more than I want. So I'm going to find my powder brush. Actually, I'm going to use a different brush. I'm going to use this BK Beauty brush because it's huge and fluffy. It's the 102 because I already have the silicone powder, and I don't want it to look cakey. And this might be the perfect way to go, and I think it is. Now I feel great. I feel like personally I could go run some errands and feel put together, not be concerned if I run into somebody or Mr. Right happens to cross my path, because you know that's going to happen. But on the daily, I feel like this is a great look. I don't know about you, but me, until, you know, the last several months when my life exploded, I put on makeup whether I was going out or not, because I enjoyed sitting down and I enjoy the process, and it's meditative and creative and I love it. But not everybody does that. I understand that. I think this is something you can do if you don't necessarily have plans, but it's the holiday season and things are a little crazy and you might have to run out. You might run into somebody you know. You might have to go, I don't know, pick up one of your kids or go get some groceries. Something unplanned comes up or knocks on the door and you're put together, and someone might think, wow, your skin looks so nice. And that's going to wrap it up, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. I hope it was helpful for you, and I hope you come back again. Until we meet again, be safe and smart, and I'm wishing you good health.